She's on her way. Yeah, he's awesome. She doesn't know.
If I was 50, it might be true. Moving back to the
Good morning.
Are you the CA?
I am.
You'll notice that Carolyn added the announcement back in the beginning of the service for you to invite parents to take their kids downstairs. That got dropped out for a few Sundays and I'm not sure why, but it's back now. And last week we had an incident where a family was here and they didn't know to bring their kids down, so I'm okay. Do that.
I'm just. Oh, she doesn't have it.
It was when I looked online when she sent it. So it's right here. It's just like in between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. Maybe right when you say mute cell phones, you just announce the youth class check-in is downstairs. At the bottom of the stairs, turn left, and that's where we'll be. I'm glad I mentioned something.
Yeah. And I thought I saw it on there too, but you're right, something happened.
Maybe it was in the next one. Maybe I didn't catch her in time for this one. Maybe she put it in next week's. Because I saw she got ahead with it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Advancing the slides, like through the music and all that, because Janice does it, she's not. Yes. It's actually, we just want to make sure somebody's doing Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Brother Frank.
Oh, I know. It just happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in a lot of years.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
Out to mountains.
I have the one piece of play guitar. My son was home, so I played with him. It's always a challenge, isn't it? With the bagpipe. The highest note is not A. It's always sharp, so you have to like play it flat.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville on the winter solstice, first day of winter. And it's also the fourth Sunday in Advent, and we'll be lighting the Advent calendar in a minute. I'd like to welcome everyone that's here in the sanctuary, everyone that's joining us online. We are so happy that you chose to take part of your Sunday morning to be present with us. So thank you. My name is Peggy Ruth. I will be the celebration assistant this morning. And Unity of Charlottesville welcomes everyone, regardless of your religion, your politics, your country of origin, sexual identity. Everyone is welcome here at Unity of Charlottesville. We like to open with song. And Blair is over here this morning, and our Unity Band. And of course, Reverend Richard Bunch is here to bring us our message and meditation. So, Blair, let's open with song.
Okay, we're going to sing one of my favorite Christmas carols, and you're going to be assigned parts. So when the narrator is speaking, everybody sings. And when the page is speaking, the high voices sing, because we want to sound like the little page. And when the king is singing, the low voices sing. So you notice I didn't say men and women, because I know some women sing tenor, and some men might be singing soprano. So I'll say, before your part, I'll make sure I remind you, king or page. It's all going to be great. This is one of my favorites. All right, so here we go. Everybody starts. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, where the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came in sight, continue, I just want to say, you need to sing louder. I can hear us up here, but I can't hear you loudly. So now the page will sing. Sire, the night grows darker now, and the wind blows stronger. Feels my heart, I know not how. I can go. Beautiful. King.
Mark my footsteps, my good deeds. Tread now in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage. Freeze my blood less coldly.
And everybody, in his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dented. Heat was in the very sod, which the saint had granted. Therefore everyone be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now will bless the Lord, shall yourselves find blessing. Give yourselves a hand.
If you have not already muted your cell phones, would you kindly do that at this time? And any families here with children, with youth, youth classes are downstairs. If you go down the hall to my left, the stairs are there, and Robin can sign your family in, and you'll be all set for classes. We celebrate joy on the fourth Sunday of Advent. The first Sunday, we lit the candle for hope and faith. The second Sunday, we lit the candle for peace. Last week, we lit the candle for love. And the fourth Sunday is the Sunday of joy. Joy on the winter solstice. Affirming that we co-create our life experience with the energy of God, we step forward faithfully, mindfully, and lovingly. All that we create with spirit is for our good. So let us go forth this week with that awareness. Let us choose joy, not just today, but in all the days to come. Let us be a living expression of joy together as we move into the new year. And that was written by Reverend Maggie Alderman. The affirmation is, I am radiant, a radiant expression of light, love, and abundance. I choose joy. Together. I choose joy. And we're going to do Rock of Ages.
This is a traditional Hanukkah song. Rock of Ages.
And now I'm going to invite Aurora to come up and light the menorah. And John's going to assist.
Hanukkah commemorates Maccabee. Well, the Greeks had made Jews. They tried to Hellenize the Jews, tried to make Jews worship as they did. Put Greek gods in the temples, in the synagogue, and in Jerusalem, and all sorts of other ways of desecrating the temple. And one man and his family stood up to them, and the man and his son, his five sons, stood up to the king and soldiers, and then they got some others to fight with them against the Greeks to preserve Jewish history and Jewish freedom and freedom of religion. So then the word Hanukkah means dedication, because after the fighting, the Jews went back in and rededicated the temple and the synagogue, and belatedly celebrated another prior holiday of, I think it was Sukkot, and that one was 8 days, so they celebrated for 8 days, and they relit the everlasting light in the synagogue. So the menorah has to do with that everlasting light, and it can be the light that we bring into the world, the light in our hearts, and is a more modern way of seeing it, and more unity way of seeing it. And this is the shamus candle. It's the shamus is the helper candle, and it also is the sun, the light. So yeah, and we light it first and use it to light the others. I brought one of my own as well. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim levoteinu ba'yomim ha'hem ha'azman hazeh. I think so. All right.
Done?
Yeah, I think this. Next.
Thank you, Aurora. And now Reverend Bunch will lead us in our opening prayer.
So let's prepare our minds for prayer at this time. Spirit, God, the I Am, we come to you this morning. In this season of Advent, we wait with joyful expectancy. Fill our hearts with your presence, our communities with your peace, and our world with your love. Make us bearers of joy and agents of unity, so that we may all know the hope we have in the Christ within. And so it is. Amen.
And let's conclude this prayer time by affirming our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And may we affirm our new minister affirmation. Together, we are open and receptive to the right and perfect unity minister to accept our invitation to lead, serve, and guide Unity of Charlottesville into our next phase of vibrant ministry. We see this process unfolding with ease, grace, wisdom, and understanding, all in divine timing. We give thanks that it is so, and we release this prayer to the universe in the name and after the nature of the Christ within.
Could I have some more of the band in this monitor? I can't really hear them. Thank you.
We have a few opportunities for transformation. We have a number of services coming up. Christmas Eve can be very well attended, and we just wanted to bring your attention to additional parking. If you go beyond the parking lot on this side of the building, in the back there's additional parking. You can also park right next door at Albemarle Stoneworks. They have parking next to their building, and there is a walk to be able to connect with us. Maria?
Can I wear your crown, Kevin?
Yeah, sure.
Check it out. All right. I'm very excited that today the Advent candle we are lighting is joy, because we are going to have some fun right after the service right here. So we're going to be setting up for the candlelight service, which will be this coming Wednesday. If you like to move furniture because you are burly, come see me after the service. If you are detail oriented and can help us fix our tablecloths just right, come see me. If you want to just join the fun, I think this will just take a half hour. Come see me right after the service. And also a little ask for Christmas Eve service. If you will be here and you can stay for a few minutes afterwards, if you could stay and help take all of the beauty down, that would be helpful too. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Greg, do you have an update for us? We slipped a little extra.
Also do a plug for the men's group, of which I'm a member. All you men out there, you should come and join us. It's a great group. So, I wanted to give everybody just a little update about our transition process as we're getting ready to enter a new year. Before I do that, though, I would like us to recognize and honor Reverend Richard Bunch for everything he has done for us in the time he's been here. Reverend Richard, we can't thank you enough for all your service, and bless you as you go forward with your next mission. I did want to let you know that going into 2026, we are going to have what's called a minister of record. And if you want to know more about that, we're going to actually have a hug meeting after church down in the fellowship hall as part of our fellowship time, and we'll talk a little bit more about what the heck is a minister of record. So I'm not going to spend time doing that now, but I want to let you know that Reverend Catherine Klein, who most of you know quite well, I think, she's spoken here many times, she has agreed to be our minister of record starting in 2026, and will continue in that role until we hire a new senior minister. So wonderful news that we're going to have her working with us and helping us lead the charge into 2026. So we'll talk more about that downstairs, but I did want to just let everybody know that news. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg. And now let's affirm our mission statement together, please. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to make a unique, making a positive difference in the world. And now let's sing.
We have three very special guests that will be leading some of the verses on this next song. And everyone will sing on the chorus.
Sing for today.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain.
upon Bethlehem's plain. Gold I bring to crown him again, King forever, ceasing never over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Frankincense to offer have I, incense holds the deity nigh, prayer and praising all men, raising, worship him, God on high. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering gloom, sorrowing, sighing, bleeding, dying, sealed in the stone cold tomb. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star of royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Everybody, glorious now, behold him arise, King and God and sacrifice. Hallelujah, hallelujah, sound to the earth and skies. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Melchior, Balthazar, and Casper.
And now let's welcome Reverend Richard Bunch for our message this morning.
Whoops, you okay? Thank you. We'll find out. That needs to be on rollers. Thank you, sir. Greg, I appreciate what you said. Thank you. And I will miss each and every one of you. But I do have the opportunity during the next week. As a matter of fact, it feels like in December you do so many messages, you're not sure which one you're doing. And you hope you get the right one on that Sunday morning, okay? There's so many in my computer. But anyway, we have the Christmas Eve service, which is quite beautiful here. And I look forward to that. And also we have the Burning Bowl service on the 28th. And that's one of my favorite services because I always need it. And that means to let go and release whatever I don't need in my life. So I'll just encourage each of you if you can. And if you have family, bring them if they're in town and enjoy Christmas here at Unity. You know, there was a Christmas party that young children give every Christmas, as we know, in churches all over America. They give these, they do the Christmas play, and they have Mary and Joseph, and usually Mary is on a bicycle that has a donkey looked on the side, cut out on the side, and Joseph's walking her along, and they have the inn in the background. Anyway, it's one Sunday, Joseph walking Mary, and what happens is that they arrive at the inn, And Joseph knocks on the door, and the innkeeper opens the door and says, "Come on in." And Joseph said, "Okay." He went inside, and then he starts to say, "Well, you weren't supposed to do that." He said, "What can I do?" And then he said, "Oh, I got an idea." So he steps back out, and he says, "Mary, it is so dirty in these rooms here that we're going to go in the stable." Go anyway. That wasn't delivered very well, but you got the point. Thank you. And so what we're talking about today, of course, is joy. And there's so many things about joy, but basically joy is something that comes from within us. Let me see this. There we go. It's something that comes from within us. Joy is not happiness. Joy is deeper than that. Joy is the thing that creates happiness, I believe, on a day-to-day basis. But we can also be in joy when we're unhappy. And we'll talk more about that a little later. And so what we understand is that joy is not something we really wait for. It is something that we awaken to. And as we awaken to joy, what happens is joy is that divine quality already present within us, activated by the conscious awareness of the Christ presence. The Christ presence, the Christ consciousness. I believe that even before Jesus came, there has always been a Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is God within you, Spirit within you. And that existed even before Jesus came into the world. He brought it in and made us more aware of it in the proper way. Of course, as you know, he was supposed to come back and be like David and capture or take over Israel and be the leader of Israel and lead them into being a great nation again. And Jesus understood that Christ consciousness had nothing to do with war, nothing to do with fighting, but everything to do with love and joy. And he exhibited that during his lifetime. Advent is traditionally a season of waiting. That's what they say. But in Unity, we really believe that it is not waiting, but becoming aware of the Christ within us. That's the whole process. And sometimes it takes a lifetime, just about, for people to become aware of the Christ within us. Many of us are, in our 30s or 40s or 50s before we become aware that the Christ is within us and not out there somewhere. And as we start to understand that, we become and have this sense of joy, a sense of joy that says, I am awakening to the light within me and that life is good. I am joyous no matter what's going on. And so as we start to understand that, we can then look at Scripture and says, I bring you good news, in Luke 2:10, the angel said, I bring you good news of great joy for all people. What does that mean? And what it is that joy is a natural response to the state of the Christ within us. The coming of Christ is not just a historical event, it is a present moment experience. Please understand and remember that. It is a present moment experience. And we all can experience it. The kingdom of God is within you. And as we start to understand that and look at that, what we know, I've got to move this a little bit because I can't see the monitor. Thank you. Excuse me. Anyway, the kingdom of God is within you. And what we know is joy, again, is not external. It is an inner state of divine alignment. We have divine mind, divine idea, and divine expression. And when we live in that thinking and we follow that law of divine mind, what happens is that we automatically turn into joy. We can't help it. And everything we experience in life, we can turn it into joy even though it's difficult. And I'll give you a few examples in a few minutes. And so as we start to understand that, what we start to know is that even in darkness, the light remains. Divine joy cannot be extinguished by outer conditions. not divine joy. I've talked with people, many people, who are within days, weeks, hours of making their transition. And the one thing I have found is many of them are very joyous, even though there may be some fear, even though there may be some pain. But there is a sense of joy when you talk with them, and when you share with them, and when you listen to them. And so that is the true essence of joy as far as I'm concerned. It is that which overcomes life's difficulties, that carries us and transcends us through life's difficulties, and gives us this opportunity to really know ourselves and who we truly are. And when we get there, we cannot help but be in that sense of joy. You see, there's a story that I'd like to share with you. Two or three stories, as a matter of fact, this morning about this thing of joy. Those stories give us an idea of what we are talking about. There was a woman who was singing in a choir, and one of her children had passed away recently. And she would sit in the choir and she'd sing, but she would tears in her eyes. And she was grieving, obviously. But what happened is that she started to understand that she still had joy, that she had the memories, and she could sing. And somebody asked her, how are you able to do that? And she said, well, the music brings me joy. And I can feel that joy when I'm singing. And it's hard not to do when I'm not singing. But I feel it and I know it and I experience it. And so when somebody, has an experience like that, what we understand that that love is eternal. And joy actually, and think about it this Christmas, because I'm sure many of you have had people you've lost in the holidays. It's a very difficult time for a lot of people. Just remember that joy flows from spiritual remembrance. A couple of weeks ago, we had a remembrance service. As everybody knows, it was different because we got run out by the fire department and ended up in a meditation room. And it was quite a special event, for me anyway. And people shared. And it really, we could feel the joy in the room, and at the same time, we could feel the grief. So joy, again, is not happiness or unhappiness. Joy is, again, that understanding that the Christ within us and divine mind will lead and guide us through each and every circumstance in our life. I don't believe that things just happen to us. I think there is, in a way, that the things that do happen are supposed to happen. I'm not talking about as when I was a Presbyterian. I'm not talking about predestined, okay? I think we predestine our lives ourselves based on how we respond and react to life, how we handle our situations, how we see ourselves, how we are able to love ourselves. That brings joy in our life. But when we aren't able to do that in the moment, then it's because of the fact that we've just forgotten who we are, and we have to be reminded. Another thing is there was a child that saw a nativity scene. And when they saw the nativity scene, there was no baby Jesus in the scene. And she said to her, Mama, why isn't there a baby Jesus in there? And Mama said, well, Jesus hadn't come yet. He hadn't been born yet. Maybe Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, Jesus will be in there. And the little girl goes, oh, it's okay because God is within us. Jesus is within us. Jesus is within us. What wisdom. And so as we start to understand that, we again know that in every moment we have that opportunity of spiritual awakening. There was a fellow who was probably older than I was, and that's old. And he always decorated his home, full light array. When he couldn't get up on the ladders, he hired somebody, and he kept that decorating going on. And some of his neighbors said, I know that you lost your wife not long ago, and I know your age. Why are you continuing to decorate? That's a lot of trouble. And he says, oh, I can't do without, because, see, it brings out the light within me. And that's what he experienced through those decorations at Christmas, the light within himself. And wouldn't we all love to do that? And then there's another little story. Oh, well, here's some ideas on practicing Advent joy. One is take the time daily. And you can do this all year long, by the way. Don't just do it this week, okay? Do gratitude daily. Sit for 15 or 20 minutes and just thank the Christ within. Thank the universe for this opportunity of life, opportunity to serve, opportunity to love, opportunity to be loved. And be grateful for what you have in your life. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have, which is everything you need, really. And then the other thing is that we can bless each and every situation in our lives. And as we bless those situations, we feel better. I think her name was Liz Moltier, who was a writer from Virginia Beach. And I got to know her. And she wrote a book, and what she did is said, you know, when you're unhappy, start writing down as many things that you're thankful for. And she said, and try to get to 100. She said, I'll guarantee you by the time you get to 20, you can be feeling good. Because being thankful is stronger than being in regret or being angry or being in fear. So take that advice. If you feel down, if you feel any resentment, if you feel hurt, start writing down what it is that blesses you and your life. And I guarantee you, what will happen is you'll change your mind and it will change your heart. And so the third one there is choosing love over fear. And you know, that's not a hard thing to do. I know it sounds hard sometimes, especially when we get locked into fear, because fear can create a lot of angst in us. Fear creates worry in us. And I think we all know, as Mark Twain said, only 20% of what happened in my life that I worried about ever took place. The other 80% never happened. And we all do that. We worry about things they don't have to worry about. There was a woman at Christmas who had ordered gifts over the online. And what happened is that she began to worry about the gifts not getting there in time. You know, she had a special date that was supposed to come, but she just worried about it for about 8 days. She'd look has it come? Has it come? Or has it been shipped? And she followed all that. And actually, it got there a day earlier than it was supposed to. You see? And she said, I spent all that time being anxious when I could have been in joy that the gifts were actually coming. So it's really simple to understand that we choose this thing called love over fear. Love is the most powerful, not emotion, the most powerful power that I believe exists within us. I believe that the power of love created the universe. I believe that the power of love creates good feelings with one another. I think the power of love moves us through challenges. And when we have differences of opinion, either in a church or among individuals, it's the power of love that moves us through and gives us a sense of dignity and a sense of I'm okay and you're okay. And we need to see everybody that way. I'm okay and you're okay. I think somebody wrote about that in the late 60s, you know? So anyway, I'm okay, you're okay. So as we start to think about that, we also then say that we trust in divine order. I want to go over that one more time. I mentioned it very quickly. Divine order. First of all, there's divine mind. Divine mind is that power that comes, I think, from the heart space. You know, we have a brain in our heart space. Scientists have told that to us today. And it's that brain that I think allows love to move through us and the power of love to move through us. And divine mind shows up within us. Then when we allow divine mind to direct our brain, direct our thinking, direct our feelings, direct our attitude, and bring joy in our lives, we are in control of our lives because we are that divine mind. And then what will happen is that divine ideas will take place when you need them. They'll open up automatically in your mind. That's the way we're created. So when we relax ourselves and follow divine, allow divine mind to be our guide, we then have these wonderful divine ideas. And the most wonderful thing, I think, is that there is a process called divine manifestation, where you and I have the power to literally manifest that divine idea into our lives. That is what joy is all about. That is what joy says when we trust our divine order, when we trust love, when we understand that things happen. And in those things, in those times, we can be joyous because we are learning and we are growing. And we are having an experience called love within ourselves. And it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling, of course. And so here's an Advent affirmation I'd like to share with you. And I'd like for you to share with me. So let's say, the Christ joy within me awakens now. Together? The Christ joy within me awakens now. I radiate light, love, and unity. Together? I radiate light, love, and unity. And so it is. God bless and thank you.
In Bethlehem, a manger waits, long ago and so today, where hatred-weary people pray, love will come and lay there, and so do countless stables stand in hearts as harsh as desert lands, rough shelters in the wind and sands. So love will come and stay there. Love that opens fists of hate, heaps up gold on beggars' plates. Love that shows a kindly face to enemies and strangers. And the walls of stables tremble so when the winds of fear and judgment blow. For a stable hopes in love alone and knows that love's the answer. and the only road that goes there. Love that sees with mercy's eyes, holds its arms out open wide, threads its looms with separate lives, and weaves them all together. So may the lamps of stables glow brightly, that their light may go for miles through the darkness, so love will find its way there.
So, gently become comfortable in your chair. Release anything from your hands and just bring your hands together, holding your fingers within. And feel that connection. And just be in the silence. Allowing love to unfold within you, to literally hold you, and to move you to a higher level of consciousness. In that level of consciousness that we celebrate the joy that we are. It's in that level of consciousness that we can open our hearts to each and every person. It's in that level of consciousness in this moment that we celebrate faith and hope. That we experience peace. Peace in our homes, peace in our lives, peace in our communities, and peace in the world. May the power of love replace war with understanding. Replace pain with joy. And take a few moments now as you're very aware of the love in your life, the loved ones, and also take a moment to allow love to heal any differences that you may have with others. So now let's just sit in the silence, together in oneness, as we experience all that the season of Christmas offers to us and offers to us throughout the year. And now as you come back to this time, this moment, hear the music, hear the harp. Give thanks to that music, for that instrument, for the one who makes that instrument come alive. And as your light shines, give thanks and be at ease and carry this joy, carry this love with you everywhere you go as you remind yourself every day of who you are. And so it is. Namaste.
Reverend Richard, thank you. What a heartfelt message and meditation. Brings us into Christmas this week with joy. So thank you so much for that. Now we have the opportunity to give back to Unity of Charlottesville, not only through our time and our talents, but also with our treasure. On the screen, you'll see that there are many ways to give. You can text, the number is right there. Just type in give. You can also put your offering in the butterfly net. Linda will be coming around the sanctuary with that. And you can use the QR code to scan. And of course, you can always mail your gift into the church office. It is the end of the year. Unity doesn't, have people pledge. We just tithe from our hearts. So I invite you at the end of the year now to think how meaningful this church and this church family is to you as you give, because we are a tax deductible organization. So let's take our offertory statement together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. have any first-time visitors here this morning? Welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. There's information in the narthex about Unity. We invite you to browse through that and take some home. And if there's anyone joining us online, we invite you to join us here in the sanctuary for a service. And I know Reverend Bunch would love to say hello to you after the service. He'll be at the back of the sanctuary. I don't see Robin and the kids. Well, let's do our... Here they come. We are walking as the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking, we are walking, walking, we are walking as the light of God. We are walking, walking, we are walking, walking, we are walking as the light of God. They obviously are having too much fun downstairs.
Santa must be here.
Let's do our blessing. Together. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers, and parents, you are loved, special, and important. Unity is founded on prayer. And if you are interested in group prayer, the Healing Helpers will be over in this corner. Kevin and PMH will be leading that today. Buddy Leffers will be up front for individual prayer. And Wednesday night at 6:30, we have the Healing Helpers, the Healing Half Hour. If you have a prayer that you would like that group to share with you, you can give that information to the church office, or you can join online. It's held via Zoom. We have so many people that make this service happen.
Here it comes, kids.
Do the speed version.
Robin, you want to come up and tell us what you did downstairs today?
Do the fast version.
We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God.
Hello, sorry about that. You guys had a quick service today. All right, well, we worked with the Earth Care team and the Meditation Garden team today. And the youth team all joined together to plant seeds on this wonderful winter solstice. So we talked about how the seeds rest in the winter and they store their energy and strength in preparation for sprouting in the spring. So Michelle and or Peter, if you want to just share the effort and what we did today.
Okay. I'll start because it's closest to me. So the kids came out into the pollinator garden and helped us put down some seeds. Very, very, very tiny seeds that will grow creeping thyme. And creeping thyme is a tiny little plant. It only gets to be 2 inches tall, but it does a really important service in the garden of smelling delicious to us, but smelling really stinky to the deer. So it's going to help protect all the other plants from the deer, or help anyway. So the seeds went down today in the beginning of winter, which seems like a crazy time to put down seeds, but just as if the seeds had just fallen naturally, they will sleep over the winter, and then when conditions are right, then they will sprout.
We acted out a poem all of us about some little seeds who were in the deep, dark earth in the winter. And the sun came, and then the rain came, and then they slipped off their nighties and jumped out of bed, and it was springtime.
I just want to thank Carol and Michelle for joining us today. It was really great to have you both.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's do our youth blessing, and then you all can go about your rest of your day. All right. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers, and parents, you are loved, special, and important. Thank you.
Doubly blessed today. Well, let me finish thanking the teams. The blessing team, these are the wonderful people that greet us as we come in. Very, very important first impression that people get. So thank you, Cindy, Kim, and Linda for serving today. Our media team, this helps us be heard not only in the sanctuary but live online. So Luke, Amy, Greg, thank you. Our wonderful music team, of course, Blair, Jim, Ty, and Blue and the band, John, Kevin, and Karen, praise singers, thank you. And of course, our hospitality team who is already setting up downstairs, these hardworking folks that, we don't really see, but they do so much for us. So thank you. Give them some love. Thank you, hospitality team. As Richard mentioned, next week is the Burning Bowl ceremony. Wonderful way to end the year. The Wednesday night service, the candlelight starts at 5:30, and we have the Ukrainian group that will be here starting at 5.
A little bit after 5, and so come early because you'll get a good seat and you'll be able to hear their wonderful, joyful music and get in the Christmas spirit, and then you'll be ready to sing when the service starts.
They were here last year, and so anyone that was here for that service remembers how wonderful they are. So, like Blair said, come early, especially if you want a good seat.
And good parking.
And good parking, yes. Thank you, John. All right, let's affirm together our prayer for protection, please. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well. Now we're going to have a little joy.
noise unto the Lord throughout this land. And so it is.